few basic ways to get to stage one.
Maybe I'm starting in the guard position. One basic way could be going for the arm bar. So I'm going to go here, going for the arm lock. He's pulling his arm out. I'm grabbing his lapel right away, feeding the hand to the hip, and then grabbing the belt. So you see, I'm not concerned about getting the omoplata right away. I'm concerned about getting to rodeo control, because from here I have a lot of options, which you guys will see. A lot of good submissions. So getting to rodeo control is my main concern right away. So maybe here I'm going for the arm lock, and I'll be loose with this, hoping he'll pull it out, and I switch to his lapel right away. I'm pulling his head into my leg right away, posting the hand to my hip, and then grabbing the belt. Remember, both hands are between my legs. They're not on the outside, they're both on the inside of my legs here. So I have control going directly for the rodeo position, not worried about immediate submissions. Looks like this. If I want to get to stage two, once again from here, hips towards his hips, pull the lapel, sit up, reach across, base my hand to the mat as I scoot out a little bit. I'm grabbing that lapel, pulling it out if it's not out already. Two hands on the lapel as I sit back. Here's an easy way that we'll start with. So I'm going to get lasso control like this, guys. So I have my hook, and basically all I'm going to do is pull them in, reach over the top for the shoulder cloth. All right, then I'm going to let go and stomp. Stomp through, right? So now I'm just coming to omoplata position, making sure right away that I'm grabbing the belt and the lapel. Boom. Just getting tight. Heels tight, elbow tight over his elbow, and just getting in position real quick. Hips activated, hips are up, right? So we're here. So one easy route. So going around the outside and back in, hooking under the arm, right here. To reach up, I can go ahead and grab the lapel if I want, get the first grip already. So I'm pulling here, kicking here, and bringing the leg up and around. So I'm right in position here. Heels in, elbow in, hips activated. Sometimes I like to get my foot to the bicep first. So I'm here just to control that arm a little bit. Come up. And we're there. One more time. So I'm starting here. Hips go out. Foot goes around. Hooks under the armpit. Sometimes I like to bring my foot to his bicep and then grab the lapel. So if he's kind of moving around here, just kind of controlling and playing. I'm going to let go of the sleeve and grab his elbow. So I pull the lapel and I pull the elbow. Make sure it goes right to my hip, leg around the head, and then reach up and grab the belt and activate the heels and the hips. All right, if you're a little bit more advanced, you might also like the second version from here. Getting your hook with your elbow in. So the simple version for the white belts is what I just did, stomping through. Or the more advanced version could be bringing the foot to the outside, getting the hips up. Now right here, this is important. I want to control his elbow right now, okay? So control his elbow and suck it into my hip as I come around. Belt, lapel. And then you activate. Around. Nice lasso hook and elbow to my side. Bring the foot out. Use the foot to help keep the hips up. Making sure that this arm here, elbow is tucked. Boom. That allows me to roll up the hips up without getting stuck. But right here, guys, right away, grab the elbow. So I have the sleeve and the elbow, and I pull that into my hip. As I come around, so I have good control of his arm, Go for the belt first, then go for the lapel. So I'll show them each one more time, the easier way. Lasso guard right here. Elbow to my side, foot to the bicep. All right, so I'm kind of pushing and pulling. This hand's going to grab the first grip on the lapel. When I'm ready, this hand lets go of the sleeve, goes to the elbow. So I'm pulling these in as I stomp that through. I want to make sure I'm feeding that to my hip. My hips come under, leg goes around, and I get the belt grip. That's number one. And number two. Lasso guard. Hit through. Tuck your elbow. Come around, grab his elbow in the process. Spin. Make sure the hand's down toward the hip. Grab the belt. And then the lapel. Alright, so it's two ways from the lasso guard. The second one might be a little hard for some of you guys. Focus on the first one, but anybody can try it if you want to. Yes?
What happens if the belt comes off? Like, how do you maintain the...
Well, when the belt comes off, the lapel's a lot looser, right? So this isn't trapped in anything, so it's usually pretty easy just to reach across and pull that. You know what I mean? So if that's really loose, so in here, like this, and I can't find the belt, I can usually just pull. And that's going to come right there anyway because it's not tied to anything. So I'll still start here. I'm trying to find the belt, I can't find it. But if I just grab and start to pull, that lapel's going to pop up and I'll grab that and go to stage two. Alright, so let's try those two guys and I'll show you another way to get right to stage two, which is very effective. Alright? Sometimes I'm going for the lasso guard. And he's crushing my knee down. So in this situation, I can't tuck under like I did. So I'm just going to basically do a log roll. So I come to my knees, I turtle, let go of his far side sleeve, roll once again. Remember, guys, right now, when I grab his elbow, so that I can form his arm the way I like it. Reach for the belt, the lapel, and we're back in business. So I get my lasso, and this time he crushes my leg down. I can't tuck and go under, so I turn. I let go of the sleeve, I turn. Keep pulling on the arm, look out. Grab for his elbow right away. Locking his hip with my leg. Hips go towards his hips as I grab the belt. And then the lapel. So we're back in the rodeo control position. Maybe I'm going for the arm bar. I'm here. Boom, he pulls his arm out, bang, shoot the hips up, get the lapel, get the belt, right? Maybe I'm going for a triangle. Bang, having a hard time getting the triangle. So frame it out and switch it off. Bang, I'm just controlling that sleeve the whole time until I grab the belt. Any ways that you might get to an omoplata, we can do this. It's just a change of the mindset. When you get to the omoplata position. Are you trying to get an omoplata, or are you trying to get rodeo control where you have, a lot more options in my opinion. When you go for an omoplata, I mean, you're very limited on your finishes, right? You really have to commit to the omoplata to get it. Maybe you'll pull a bravo out of it, or a toe hold later in the game when you're more advanced, a wrist lock. Those things, I can do all those things here too, plus a lot of other things. So that's why I prefer the position. A way to get to stage two is we do a choke like this, feeding his lapel, ride a little bit, pull and grab. So I'm here, boom, and go for the choke. This choke armbar series here. So I'm doing that by bringing the lapel underneath the arm, around the back. I want to make sure that the lapel is not like twisted. Make sure it's nice and straight so it wraps a lot easier, especially if it's a shorter lapel. You don't want it to be twisted. It's harder to get across. So to do the chokes and stuff, I usually come here with my palm facing me. To go to rodeo, I'm just going to do it like this. My palm facing out. Okay? So I have good control here. Boom. Creating the angle, making sure everything's nice and tight. Keep his head away. Bring the leg around, and then right into position. So this first part, if you're familiar with the choke, you're used to getting here already. So it's just it's a different option. If you're not familiar with the choke, you know it's an art just learning how to get the lapel back here, but it's actually pretty easy and pretty effective as long as you're good at distance management. You know. So if I can keep control here, for instance, just like this, a lot of times I can feed that under here, reach across and grab it, and just point this across the back. And for today, I want to make sure that I come across and grab with my palm out. Just grab a fistful right there. All right, now, hip out a little bit. Make sure my knee comes to the inside, my foot to the hip. I'm going to push off his face, bring my leg around, and then right in stage 2. Let's come in, let's reach across the back, and just grab some cloth. Stick out a little bit. So I'm here. Hand grabs the lapel, so I want to make sure that I kind of turn it inside out. So that the inside of the lapel is facing me. And push it under. So right there. So it's inside out, basically. I bring it across the back, I'm controlling here. Create some separation with the head. Grab a fistful. Set the hips up a little bit, bringing the foot to the hip, hand to the head, and coming around. So here now, if I get here, let's say maybe he's grabbing my leg or something like that, trying to make this difficult for me. All right, just ride it out. I'm not in a big hurry. I still have the choke and all that kind of stuff waiting, right? If I'm here, I just want to switch my grip at any time. I can do that. I can kick him up. I start to go for the choke instead. So it's not like, oh, if he grabs my foot, the game's over. Right? There's still a lot I can do right now. I'm in a great position right now, okay? But if I need to, as far as getting the position goes, I'm pushing the head. I can also grab the wrists, pull that out, and then come around. Right? Just play the game, be patient. Just make sure you have control of the given situation. The one thing I don't want to do right here is pass my guard. You know, so I'm just keeping my knees tight, hooking the hip on this side, and staying tight. Now I have this to pull. So if he's hugging my leg, he's hugging, I can pull, right? Get some extra leverage. That's the benefit of having this, is it pulls that arm. It makes it harder for him to hug and squeeze on that side, all right? So one more time. And just grab around his back, just grab the glove, hip out to the same side, I'm kind of framing the arm out right now. Flip the lapel inside out and feed it under the armpit. Bring it across the back. Palm facing out, grip, boom. Get a good handful, foot to the hip, knee up to the shoulder, push the head out, and bring it around. That takes us to stage 2. So I mean, you're going to a very dominant position pretty easily if you're good at that kind of lapel control. All right. Okay, so this time I'm starting cross body position. I'm going to post up the knee on the belly. When he goes to the post on my knee, I can do the underhook for the spin around arm bar. I pull it in, spin around. Let's say I go all the way for the arm bar, number 1. And he starts to hitchhiker out. I go out, he starts to turn to his belly, so I'm just overhooking, grabbing the lapel right away, scooting in the hip, and getting the belt. Remember, once again, even though there's an omoplata possibility, I'm going to a position that is extremely hard for him to get out of and give me a lot of options. Okay? So I'm going right to the rodeo control position. That's my main focus right now. So if I do the same thing, I post up, go near the belly, he's pushing on my knee. I could do the spin around arm bar when I hook, but right now I'm going to pass my leg, put my knee to the floor, and put my hand to the floor. Kick my second leg around, and switch. Alright? So once I get here, I just step up and switch. That puts me here. Alright, so now switch hands. Make sure I'm over top of his arm as I tuck and roll. Putting pressure in his armpit as I grab for the lapel. Feeding his head in. And take the belt. So I'm moving right to rodeo control position.
Okay, so from the same position once again, I'm posting up. You know, the belly, he pushes, I hook, step over, and now if he tries to fling me to my back, tries to hip out, pull me down, look, I grab the lapel, turn and grab the belt, and we're right here back in Rodeo control once again. So this time I'm going to hook the arm, base, and step over. He grabs my belt or a cloth and pulls me back. So once again, I'm just grabbing his lapel, making sure I'm over his arm, I grab for his belt, and we're back in position.